Right, I'm in the Gurnos, crossing going to school there, and the turn up to Prince Charles Hostel, outside Bramble Close, which is there. And growing up as a kid, I remember a big mound right down there. It must have been about 10, 12 feet in, foot circular, and it must have been 10, 15 foot high. And a lot of people can remember it, but usually when they cut the grass you can see the outline of the mound. Like I said, I'm going back 50 years ago. We used to play in it when we were kids, but it's no longer there. I noticed on a map, which I'll show you a picture of now, you can see the outline of it in 2005. So when it got removed, I don't know, council must have moved it, but like I said, the shape of it, it was still there in 2005, but it was absolutely massive. But looking over the wall there, like this wall, I think it was put there in about the 1900s when the council took over the park. I'm not 100% sure on that. So I think the council built the wall, but this was all across his land, even the Gurnos, Spear, Bramble, right up to Gurnos farm. But where that mound was there, over the wall, about 100 yards from here, was another mound on maps which I've come across, and so I think they were Bronze Age mounds, and this was a Bronze Age settlements going by all the flints which are found on excavations and digs here. So I'm going to take you down by there now and then walk up to the mound and see if we can see anything. Right, let's just come down a bit of this little pull-in which goes into Cyfarthfa Park, and we're going to head up this way to where the mound was. A few years ago, me and Steve Davis has met in across here. It was a frosty morning, and all across here, all the way up there, we noticed that the grass was white, and then to the left there was all of the frost had gone. So we thought, oh, what's going on here? So we done a little test hole, and we come across animal surface of an old road. So I had a look on all the old maps, can't really see anything, but so we opened little areas up, even straight down there, the other side of the red car, and the road goes basically in where that Cyfarthfa sign is, so it cuts in under that wall. So like I said, and then it comes out into there. But the other big mound which I'm on about, which we'll do tomorrow because it's getting a bit dark now, is basically down the bank by there from this little bit of a turn in here where it is to come out. So we'll have a look at that tomorrow, but we're going to head up here and I'll show you where the old mound used to be. Right, so we're heading up. Like I said, the council probably built this bank. There's nothing but there where the car is, and I said this bank gets steeper then as they're coming up, but wherever this, doubt this bank would have been there. It's just been all farm fields, going up a certain angle, but not as high as this. So this has all been man built. But like I said, we worked it out that the road we found, there was a ditch in there, there's a ditch this side. It's basically where you can see where all the green is. It's the bottom of this bank, and Postal Road goes all the way up there. But if it's medieval or Roman, we had some little pottery, Roman pottery in there. But like I said, I'll show you some pictures of the road on a frosty day. So basically, the road is from the wall, say 12 foot across here, usual length for a Roman road, and the mound was basically around by there somewhere. Like I said, when the grass is cut, you can see the shape of it. So I think I'm starting to come on top of it. it was beer somewhere. When I come down here before, there was a lot of old stones just all around here, but the grass has grown now, or they've been cleared away from here. Said whether the mound was a spoil heap from when they built this, but then if they built this bank, why didn't they just take the spoil heap away? Which is very strange. Like I said, the road is going up there, and over there by them bushes is documented as a well, but I think we found it, but we never exposed it here. Something for the future. But like I said, oh, there it is. If you turn around, it's basically where you can see all them these bushes here. So you had your Roman road, or medieval road, or even a modern day road, who knows. Never found out the date there. And the mound was roughly around by there. Like I said, I remember coming down as kids, and I mean, it was a bit of a climb. Like I said, we're 10 years of age to get to the top of it. But what he was doing, I don't know. I think it might be in the Bronze Age, you know, tombly, but who knows? Could be the burial. But it was beer somewhere. I think it was, like I said, by there. Nothing to show now. I'll show you a couple of old pictures of it on maps where you can see just the outline of it. But it was around here somewhere. But like I said, there's nothing else to show you here now. So we're going to make our way in and catch up on the other side of that gate, the other side of the park where that other mound is. Right, they come through the gate, and like I said, there's a possible road. It's basically the other side of that wall. Because the wall's bending our way, it cuts in through the park. So where the tree line is cutting in through where the old road. So, but I've worked out where I am. So there we are, roughly. There's our turning, which is there. So where our turning is, down through that gap, which is a pathway still there. I've done a few drawings at little trees, because on the new 2025 map it looked thing. So I'm going to cut down by there, try and work it out down by there, and then go to the right. So I'm going to head back down the path and take this left turning by this tree here. So this is the first tree, which is there on the corner. This is the first one, and then we'll go from there, see if we can find this mound. So we're going down here, and we're going to cut down this way. Right, I come down from there, and I've come to this open space here. There's no trees growing, which is that open space for there. So basically I've come down through where the arrow is, come through the trees, I'm in the open space. So by the looks of it, the mound is straight across there by this big tree. So we're going to head across there now, but this is the open space like I showed you. It's a square as well, so come through here, head over to where that tree is. Right, I've come roughly in the area. There's nothing sticking out by eye. All looks pretty flat ground. A few little lumps and bumps if you look by there, but it could be where this tree is, but there's nothing still sticking out compared to that old map that you can't see nothing. But it is roughly around this area, so there's a possible bump there, but like he said, the mound looked massive, but whoever's been ripped out by the park years ago, because like I said, there was no trees on this land years ago, but it was roughly around here somewhere. So I can have a little look round, but not holding my breath, it don't look much here. Right, I come a little bit further, and it does look possible mound shaped. I don't know if you can see it. Goes round there, goes round there, and it goes back up. So the tree could have grown straight through it. But I'll put a picture on now to show you what I mean. So going back further, if you can see like see it starting to turn and then go back up here. Could be just me making it up, but it is a possible mound shape, but like I said, it's all been dug away, whatever it is. But this is roughly the area where it is, and nothing else is standing out whatsoever. But I've found bits of Roman pottery in the past. I've found possible Roman boot hob nails there to the bottom of them, but hard to say. But this is the area of the mound. Right, I went down through the forest, I come right out over there, cut across, picked the path back up. So, and there's where the path turns round and goes back up the hill to the mound. So the mound is in there, and this lidar picture I'll show you now, that was like an enclosure, stones around there, possibly comes all the way down to where I'm standing now. So I'll show you the picture of that right now. But as you can see, I mean, everything's overgrown here. You're not going to see nothing. The stones could be underground or anything. But not much of a video this one, but that's possible mound gone. Anyone remembers it, let us know. If they remember the Gurnos one, give us a drop us an inbox or message in the comments on YouTube.